Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. And we are officially live. So I think everything's working smoothly. So welcome to this incredible epic moment that I am ready to bring to life. We're a couple minutes out, and I'm just going to start sharing a few things that I have to do online. So bear with me for a few moments. If you're just tuning in, I will be right back. I'm just going to focus my attention downward for a moment. And I just need to make sure that this is streaming. All right. Yes, it says live, so that is good. All right. Here we go. Yes, I'm streaming. Okay, so bear with me for just a second here. Okay, we have 11 people. We're good. Okay, everybody's coming on. Yay! Okay, so we are officially online and everything's working. It's funny because I can't see viewers on this particular page, but it shows that I'm streaming live on my others. So that's good. So basically, here we are. I'm just going to start. This is a beautiful moment of love, expanding love. And this is a long journey from my last album, which was Spheres of Love. So if you're just tuning in, this is going to be the launch of my next album, To Help Heal the World. This is my number 9. I've got a big blow up number 9 behind me. This was fun. And the sunshine is here. So I've been in deep reflection, contemplation, and excitement, and I've been sort of having to be quiet, but feeling this energy rise up and this call from within me to do my next album. And this is going to be a really big project. So if you've been with me in the past, you kind of know the way that this works. So this is a co-creation, everyone. And so what I need to do is explain to you sort of some things. So this is sort of a celebration of where we've been in the past. Spheres of Love was my last album. That was my number 8. It was in 2021, the beginning of 2021 in January, which was a wild year, as you know, with COVID. So we are now long past that, and I'm totally ready to do this album. I've been so excited to sort of just use one name for this album, and it's Sunshine. It is time for you to be the sunshine. It is time for me to be the sunshine. And I actually want to also mention today is a very powerful day in my life because this is also the day that my father took his own life. And I have his picture here. This is actually my father. This is Fred Luftenegger. And I love this picture. I just found it actually in a box in our furnace room, actually. He was in the furnace room, this picture. And it was such a beautiful moment finding this. And I was opening this box and I was like, oh my God, Dad. And I love this picture. It's not one that I've seen very often in our collection of pictures. And he is so happy. His happy place was on an ice rink. And today's the day that he sadly took his own life 14 years ago. And it is time for sunshine in my life. I've worked really hard writing conscious, kind, loving music to inspire global love and kindness. And my father and this day 14 years ago was a really big moment in my awakening to answer my call from God ultimately, which, obviously there was some months after my father died, but God started whispering to me to write music to inspire global love and kindness from within. And so we're sort of all these years later, 14 years later, of this devotion and this Dharma and all of it coming together with you. And what I just want to say, number one, is thank you a billion times over for all of the love and all of the light and all of the goodness that you have enriched my life with. I feel so much stronger day by day, these 14 years later around the sun. And I knew in my heart, I started sitting down at the piano actually over just after Christmas and then into January, and some beautiful new energy and songs started to come through, and I knew the bubbling up was starting to happen. And then in February, I sat down and I wrote some beautiful songs. And I know when it happens, it's like everything clicks into place and everything just starts sort of streaming through me with messages from the beloved to write music for you and for the world that we share. So this is all going to be about the sunshine. So I'm just gonna put my picture of my dad down. There we go. And I have this Kickstarter campaign all set up. So I actually launched it actually last night, just making sure that all of the kinks were all in, all worked out and everything was working smoothly. So it's actually officially live, and this is actually the name of the album, as you know, Sunshine. And so there's a bow here, and I'm gonna cut it, which is sort of like a ceremonial thing. I have to also share, I have a flame. I always have light. So we have a candle burning. If you know me in the studio, I always have a beautiful candle burning with crystals. And I'm going to cut this. So this is actually time for this to begin. And my sunshine. Perfect. Such a perfect moment. I had to get these fun sunshine balloons. I just thought they were so cool. So is it going to stay up? Props are funny. Okay, there we go. Are you gonna stay there? The sun wants to come to me. Okay, I'll hold the sun. Well, listen, the best part about this is actually, I feel that this is actually how I feel, ultimately, is I am the sunshine, and you are the sunshine. And I also want to just share one moment here about this picture. So this picture is really interesting because where I'm sitting is actually where my father actually last spoke to me. And I can't explain to you, this moment is such an epic moment with this picture because this is the light from the window that I actually took, and it will be the cover of the album. And this light is so powerful because this is actually where my dad last said goodbye to me. And when I was putting this project together, a rainbow from crystal light. I mean, I sit here all the time. I've never seen this happen. And this is what is so amazing is the light was calling me down the stairs. Corey actually was like, look at those rainbows. And at the bottom of the stairs to my office, actually the rainbows were calling Corey and then me. And then I looked over to the window and this beautiful light was completely beaming through the window. And I had to take a picture. And I knew that that was going to be the title picture and the album cover. So this is actually the light from the window where my dad last said goodbye to me, actually. And I feel really, really powerful in saying that and sharing that part of this with you. So I'm going to share a little bit of a reading here. This is actually the Brahma Kumari, who I love very much. This is from Sister Jenna, gave me this book. And I want to just read a little bit of an excerpt to begin this. This is the foreword to the book by the president of the Brahma Kumari, and it's Mohini Panjabi, okay? So, all cultures in the world have myths and fairy tales about heroes and heroines who set out on a search for a lost treasure or a lost kingdom. Their journey requires them to face obstacles, learn lessons, and pass tests until finally one day they are victorious. Their lost treasure is found, their kingdom reclaimed. It is because they are our story. These fairy tales and myths describe the spiritual journey of each soul through its experience on earth. The treasures lost are the spiritual wealth which a soul enters the world, and the throne relinquished is the state of self-sovereignty that belonged to each soul when it first encountered the world from the soul world. The story of the souls in time is a story of the loss of our original greatness and eventually even the forgetting that we were great until one day, utterly disoriented and on the brink of despair, we are lucky enough to find a hidden door that takes us on to a path of ascent that was invisible before. And I just want to say the thing that I really love about that is life really is a quest. It's a spiritual journey of the heart and the soul. And as we journey the world, we recognize more and more and more that we are actually ascended beings or becoming more ascended to be the highest self and manifest. And if you know me really well, and if you know my work is to inspire global love and kindness from the inside out. And what I know to be very true is that when you start to understand that you are actually the light of love or the love of light, you start to shine your light brighter. And it gets brighter if you're willing to take that quest and journey toward yourself in reflection of yourself. And those inner landscapes obviously start to change. So the thing that I want to do right now is I want to just basically share with you that this, if you know me or the way that this works, is I needed to do Kickstarters, which is crowdfunding. What I love about crowdfunding more than anything is that it brings the energy together from people from all over the world. And if you've been with me before, you know one of my favorite things to do is to put countries down. So I like to list where money's coming in from because that energy and that infusion of love and light starts to really amp up. And one of the things that I love about my music is when it's shared and when it comes to life, it starts to sort of breathe its own self fulfillment in itself with the beloved. And the thing that I love so much is that everybody gets involved. And we at our best selves are actually co-creators. And my music has been crowdfunded really from the start. So what I've done is I want to just share with you, I actually have made this video, which you can click on this. You would just click the play button, and then this will explain everything in detail. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to just show you here, and this is just for a visual. But when you go online, I'm going to post all of these links on all of my social medias. And when you go online, what will happen is you will see a list of basically how you can help fund this. And there are many different options that you'll see at the side of the Kickstarter campaign. And after watching that video and kind of looking at everything, you'll understand this very easily. And you can choose anything in the menu. It's kind of like a menu at a restaurant, what you'd like to sort of participate or share in. Basically, the biggest thing that most people do is they buy either the physical album or the digital version of my new album. So the way that this will work is that you'll get involved, people will get involved from around the world and start purchasing whatever it is that they like on here. And this money goes into basically the creation cost for this new project. And the thing that's very cool about this is that it's a way to get involved for something positive as well. So this will run actually for 60 days, and it will run, and then this is an all or nothing project, meaning that if it's not funded, it won't be made. But I have every faith that it will be made, 100% faith. And just like all of my other albums, they've been fully funded, which is an incredible feat and an incredible work of co-creation in all of our journeys together. So what will happen is after it's funded, then basically my plan is to record this in August. So in August will be actually the recording time with my producer and my sound engineer. And then after that, what happens is that then all of the energy is finished. And all of the project purchase things that you've actually purchased as the crowdfunding person that you are or are together, that collective, I guess, whatever you've created or whatever you've wanted and purchased, then that actually will become yours. And then it's given at the end of the project. So that's especially for the music. And then there's a few other options that I've done on this one that are really exciting. And I'm so excited because I want to bring people to the studio. So I've offered some really cool things like a VIP package that you can come actually at the end of recording this in August and come and meet my producer, which I've never done before, and also meet Spencer Sunshine is also my sound engineer, and the studio's in Toronto. So this beautiful VIP package to celebrate and have a meal with us after this is recorded, that energy is so powerful. So I'm really excited to offer some of those things to everybody that's involved, that wants to get involved. And then the other thing that's really exciting about all of this is it also is a way for everybody to start expanding love. And the thing that I wanted to do, I thought about this a lot, and I wanted to just share a moment that I read in one of my first big albums that I started working. This is actually my third album. But I just wanted to read to you what I wrote. And this really sums up what I want to say as well. So I would like to thank everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank you for being a part of Diamond Light. And I feel like at our best, we are all Diamond Lights. Thank you for holding love in your hands and your hearts. This album was designed and inspired by you through love. I feel very much called to share my music to help our world heal through loving sound consciousness from within our individual and collective hearts. We are the sum of our parts, and I would not be here with this album if it were not for you and your being here with me. You and I and all life are such gifts to our planet and universe. We are the teachers and students of life. We are sacred, sovereign, and beautiful exactly as we are, and we are constantly expanding and growing love. Thank you for being a part of this collective journey through loving, reflective music to expand love itself. This album would not be possible if it weren't for four parts of love. I must specifically thank my father, who sadly took his own life in 2011, today, 14 years ago. My mother, who has always been an angel to help me expand love. My husband, Corey, who has always helped me remember that I am loved and that I can love endlessly. And to our omnipresent, beautiful creator of all that is. Thank you from the deepest part of my heart and soul for being so much love in our shared universe. Last but not least, thank you to heaven for reminding us we are capable of making heaven come to life right here on earth through love from within our hearts. Love is the true currency of the past, the present, and the future. Wishing you abundant peace, love, joy, happiness, and prosperity. And I wanted to just read that because that is as true back then as it is today. And if you're a part of my journey and part of this shared journey of making music to inspire global love and kindness from the inside out, I know for sure that we're in this beautiful container together. And I'm really excited about that. I think it's so exciting to be in this space together. And what we can do together when we use our energies constructively as opposed to destructively. So that's sort of a little bit about that. And the next thing I just wanted to do is I wanted to also just show you, I think that it's very powerful to have roses. Louise Hay actually always said whenever she had a negative thought that she would always just think of yellow roses. And I think that all of us during these times of auspicious change, we're all dealing with, the stresses of a changing world, from politics to religion to, any of those challenging things going on in the world. Also, being a human being with financial concerns. Those are real things. I appreciate all of them. But one of the things that I want to say is that, when we start changing the way we think about things and when we start realizing that we are actually the answers to our own prayers, when we start working together as a human race, one planet, one crew, one human collective love, actually, when it comes together and works together, amazing things happen. And there are really two worlds that we're dealing with. There's the world that I keep going into where there's love, and then there's the world where there's fear, hatred, and hostility. And one of the things that I know to be true is all of the doors after my dad's passing were doors that I chose with my heart. And I started living from my heart. When we make this commitment to live from our heart, our whole world changes. And our heart is our compass. I truly believe that when we open our heart, we are capable of connecting to the beloved. And when you connect to the beloved and you choose love, doesn't mean it's always easy or fun. Sometimes it's hard to choose love. But when you choose love, the doors of love open. And one of the things I wanted to do is I decided to go through my library, and I'm just going to hold up a stack of books today. I want to just show you that words have power. I have worked in some way with all of these people doing what I do, following my heart. I've met the Dalai Lama because of my heart. My music led me to a mountain in India, Dharamsala. I've worked with Gabor Mate, one of the most incredible, probably one of the most famous people in the medical world right now, healing trauma. I've worked with him and sang for 40,000 people. My song My Heart was used for Louise Hay's 90th birthday. I've worked with Patricia Cota-Robles. I've worked with the president of FedEx Canada. I've worked with Perdita Felician, who's an Olympian in Canada. I've worked with Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. I've worked with Carolyn Miss. I've also, oh yes, and Gita's at the top here, by the way. You see Gita there? And I've also worked with Dr. Christiane Northrup and Anita Morjani. And I'm holding these up because I used to once think that, a lot of these things weren't true. I don't know why. I didn't really understand the power of words or books before my father died. But I had this experience with God that showed me that the inside of us creates the outside world. And this happened the day he died. I remember going to the mirror in the bathroom and I was so lost. I prayed to God, and God said that there would be blessings that come from this. And it was the wildest thing to think of in that moment. But I remember looking in the mirror, and it was the first time the inside of me was with God, and the outside of our world was also one with the inside of me. And God showed me this the morning that my father died today, 14 years ago. And since then, I have answered the call from within me to do what I do. And I am not special. We are all built the same way. We all have our potential energies. We're all able to do great things. And I believe that just like me, you are great at doing whatever you're great at doing. And even more so when we work together, when we support each other together, our world gets better and better, and heaven starts to bloom on earth. The thing that I know to also be true is that the sunshine is a reminder of our light, and that we have that light within us. We're made of sunshine, we're made of the earth's elements, we're made of light, we're made of water. And I think that when you start to understand that, there is a mystery to life, but actually it's not that complicated if you actually expand goodness. So, with your love inside of you, when you reach out to the world, which is what God showed me in 2011, when you reach out to others and help others, your life starts to change and everything around it starts to get better. This energy and this understanding is in all of my music. And I will say, being a musician in 2011 and on has been very challenging. And the reason why is because, unfortunately, music is not funded properly. And the challenge with that and the opportunity is sort of something that we're dealing with right now, because it's very hard to make a living being a musician, because we literally make less than a penny a stream. Now, that's the challenge, and the opportunity is now it's up to you, the listener. When is the last time you purchased an album? I just want to ask you that question. When is the last time you actually purchased an album? Maybe you do all the time, I don't know. But the thing is that music actually is from a musician. And if we don't connect those dots, it's very hard for new music to be made. Most musicians are actually independent now, meaning that if you're not buying albums or supporting some version of what they're doing, it's very hard to create new work. So what I'm asking of you, humbly, with all of my heart and soul, is to help me make new music for the world and for the hearts and souls on the planet that need positive, loving, kind, conscious music. And it's exciting because what happens is miracles start to surround all of our energies when they come together. So this next album is going to be focused. I'm going to shift gears in what I've been writing about, and it's really exciting. I'm going to start writing about some sunshine and the good things in the world and some of the miracles in the world. I have written, I think, probably about 5 songs on this album is my guess so far. So I still have another chunk of writing to do, which is going to be the second phase, and I'm still working on that. And when it's done, in August, I'll be recording everything. So that's pretty much the summary of today. It's not that complicated. What I'm asking of you is to check out my Kickstarter campaign. I'm going to basically be sharing about this for the next 60 days, and I want you to get involved. That's the best part about this, is you can get involved wherever you are in the world, and there's stories that start to generate from this. And I want you to sort of get excited about it and feel the joy rising moments of us working together. There's a great energy in that, and there's a great beauty in that we're capable of bringing together for each other. So that's my plan. I'd like you to actually go to Kickstarter so you can actually look at everything. That's the best thing, rather than watching me in this. But I would also be playing music, but what's so funny is if I play my own music, Facebook actually silences me and blocks me on my lives. So I can't change that. So I would have music playing for you right now, but that's not an option. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do is just share a beautiful blessing for all of us. This is from John O'Donohue's To Bless the Spaces Between Us, or To Bless the Space Between Us, a book of blessings, okay? And I was sort of racing through what I wanted to share as a blessing, but I love this very much. For celebrations, because this is a celebration. When I think of all the things that had to align, realign, configure, and reconfigure for us to be together, the way that, there's 8 billion people, and here we are. We're on this little tiny blue, green, brown, white, beautiful orb in the middle of forever. This is our home, this planet Earth. Somehow we're watching each other right now, and the miracle of you and the miracle of me and each other have created and co created this moment. It's incredible when you just stop and think about what had to happen for you to be here right now. Of all the things that had to align, of all the things that didn't happen so you could be here, and here we are. So this blessing is really for the miracle of all of this in celebration. So for celebration, now is the time to free the heart. Let all intentions and worries stop. Free the joy inside the self. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Open your eyes and see the friends whose hearts recognize your face as kin, those whose kindness, watchful and near, encourages you to live everything here. See the gifts the years have given, things your effort could never earn, the health to enjoy who you want to be, and mind to mere mystery. And I think that just sums up, because at the end of the day, I think it is a great mystery. There are so many problems that we don't have answers to. There are many challenges that we have to face in our current world, but we were the ones destined to be here right now because we are here. And when we recognize and take up the challenge of that, all beautiful things start to bloom when we work together. The other thing I just wanted to sort of also touch on is right now I'm writing a book. My plan is to release a book very much into the next year, and I'm going to be writing about this experience as well. So my book is, it's in the process. I've written about 25,000 words so far in my book. I'm working with a beautiful woman named Betsy, who I love very much. She's sort of my I think just my inspiration and my help. We meet every 2 weeks. So I'm really excited about the sunshine of this project and this next book that I'm actually currently writing. This will be the first book that I've actually released. So I'm excited to share a lot of what's gone on the last 14 years with all of you. Um, and the stories, as they come to life in this album of sunshine, will be part of the book that I'm writing right now, and we're all creating history right now. I like to say her story as well. History seems so masculine dominating, so I actually like her story as well. So we're sharing our story, and I just want to say thank you a billion times over for being in my life. Um, I'm amazed by what happens every day. I was just on a beautiful call with amazing beings from around the world. I was guided to do basically a session every week for the first 10 weeks of this year. And we've met, every week until today. And today's our last session. And I was on that actually an hour before coming to you live here. And the more I just circle this world, the more I see beautiful things happening, the more I recognize that we are all actually needing the reminder that all of us need each other. Every single one of us needs every single one of us. And when we start collectively remembering that we need each other, it actually allows us to just settle down and put all of our fears away and start rising up with the spirit of love and togetherness. No matter if you're, in America or Canada or in Europe or Africa or in Australia or wherever you might be in the world, we are all sharing this beautiful planet together. And we're living in evolutionary times. So I believe that music is a great reminder to bring that energy together. We are frequencies. Music is medicine for you, for your being. And music is the one thing that can get on the inside of you. It comes from the inside of me as the writer and creator of music, and it goes on the outside of the world and gets into the inside of another human being, another heart and soul. And that sacred technology and understanding does something. And I've witnessed it over and over and over again. So that's sort of just something that I wanted to say in this container. And I'm excited. Here we are. Kickstarter. This is going to be a big year, so buckle up, everybody. We're all in this together. I'm excited to do this with you. So my plan was to do this for about 30 minutes. I was not sure of exactly how it was going to go, but I feel really good about this. The other thing I wanted to do, just to say, this is something that I have put together. I haven't offered these yet to everyone on a platform. On my Kickstarter, all of my 8 albums are available, meaning that if you want to purchase all of the music that I've actually put together from my heart and my soul, this is a great way to fund this project. You can purchase the music that I've actually made, and you can buy a digital download card. And there's lots of information about this, but I'm really excited about that because I've been asked to do this for a very long time, and I finally have this completed. So this is available through the Kickstarter, and so check that out. That's a really great gift as well. And the thing is that music is a great way to give a gift to someone else and to share your heart with another human being, and to tell a story about why. You know, to share a story about why you're giving a gift is a huge thing. So when I think of all of the beautiful musicians that I've learned about their music over the years, it's often come from somebody telling me about a beautiful song that they heard. Maybe just share a song with somebody. And maybe if it's not my music, somebody else that's doing good things in the world. I believe and feel that music is a powerful vessel of connection to the heart and the soul. So I'm going to leave it at that. I thank you a billion times over for coming. If you're watching this on a replay, I'm so grateful to you as well. And what I love about time and space is we're in timeless love right now. Love is timeless. Love is already won. Love is the future. We come from love, and with our love, we can move mountains. So, welcome to my next project of sunshine, everyone. My 9th beautiful album to help the world. And God bless you. And I will be so excited to hear your messages as this comes to life. And just take amazing care of yourself and each other, okay, everyone? Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.